Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome. My name is Heather Vargas with Heather Vargas Fitness, and I am a women's nutrition coach, and I am studying to become a personal trainer. I'm really excited that you are here with me today. If you clicked on this video, it is because you are curious about the 5 reasons why you may not be seeing the scale go down, go in the direction that you want it to. So if you want to learn more, be sure to keep on watching. So I just want to jump right into this, get you the information that you want and need and what you came here for. And these are in no necessarily particular order. These are just the common reasons why I have found when working with my nutrition coaching clients of why the scale just is not moving in the direction that they want it to. So this is by no means in any chronological order. One of the first reasons why I see some women are not seeing that scale to go down is because they are actually eating far too less calories than what they should be. They are taking their caloric intake and they are drastically changing it. And some of them are even dropping 1,000 calories less than what they used to eat. And just as a quick example, if a woman has been eating 2,500 calories every single day for the last 10 years, she decides on Friday night, I'm going on a diet, and I freaking hate that word. My philosophy is non-dieting coaching. But anyway, she decides on Friday she's going to go on a diet. So Saturday and Sunday, she spends that time kind of mapping out what she's going to eat, what diet she's going to do, makes her a grocery list, goes to the grocery store. Then come Monday, she has decided that she's going to only consume, and sadly, anywhere between 12 to 1,600 calories every single day for a certain amount of time. Now, the reason why I say 12 to 1,600 calories is that's typically what the average woman will drop her caloric intake to when she goes on a diet, because she is reading magazines. Sometimes they give some really harsh nutrition advice to women. Now, the reason why this does not work, and you are probably seeing a stall, and it may work for a minute, but we are wired, humans, we are wired with DNA from ancestors way back that dealt with famine, that dealt with food shortages, that literally had to run from wild animals or people trying to kill them or attack them or something of that nature. When we drop down to such a drastic amount of calories every single day, our body is literally saying, holy crap, we need to hang on to all that fat that, I'll just use my name, that Heather has going on, and we need to store that, we need to keep that, there's a famine coming, and we need to just hold on to every little ounce of anything that we have. Because we need to keep our organs going, we need to stay hydrated, we need to keep our cognitive function up to par. So when women drastically change the amount of calories that they are taking in, it can have a severe impact on, number one, your health. I would far much rather see someone overweight and healthy than them be, thin or skinny and starving themselves. That's not a healthy way to get fit. That doesn't really work. And typically, what I like to do when I start working with a nutrition coaching client is there are so many different aspects that go into a personalized plan that I get for someone. And we look at lifestyle, we look at goals, we look at things that the person actually likes to eat. General rule, what I like to stick to is dropping the caloric intake anywhere between 10 to 20% of what the person is typically already eating anyway. Well, that's just a general idea, and there's several other factors that go into that. Number 2, on the flip side, is eating far too much. Sometimes, again, when women go on a certain diet, just as a few examples, we could be talking about the paleo diet, keto diet, Mediterranean diet,
all the diets.
Some of those diets that tell you eat foods on the good list, stay away from foods on the bad list, but eat all you want. The problem with that is a person is probably eating way more than what they need to. And you definitely should be eating enough calories so that your body is still able to function, but you need to be in some sort of a deficit, okay? And when we are eating too many calories, we're just kind of defeating the purpose of trying to get healthy. If that is your goal, is to lose weight. Now, a lot of times, some of these diets, they tell you, like I said, eat as much as you want of these foods. Don't worry about macros. Don't worry about calories. And the reality is nutrition science doesn't lie, you guys, okay? And you just might be eating just far too much and it's just not working out for you. So you want to be sure that you are keeping a food journal. I know for a lot of people, this is super annoying to be tracking what you're eating, but even if you're just writing down a generalized little list of things that you eat throughout the day, like for breakfast, let's say, 2 eggs, half a bagel, 2 slices of bacon, an apple, okay? That's good. At least if you are having some issues and you're not seeing the scale go in either direction that you're wanting to, you can go back, look at that food journal, and if you need to, you can break all of that stuff down into macros. But we all basically have smartphones now. I personally am an iPhone user, so I'm going to speak for an iPhone. You have a note section. Just start tracking your food in there, and maybe later on, if you feel like that's helping you really realize what you're actually eating, you can get yourself an app. I have recommendations for that. Or you can actually get yourself just a little notebook and start writing out everything, which is really good too. Number 3 is some women and men think that they can out-train a poor diet. This does not work. And I have done this myself way back, probably a good decade plus back. But what happens is someone will go to a gym and they will work out for an hour or more. For me personally, I was living in Amarillo at the time. I just graduated high school, you guys. And I was working as a waitress. I would work a lunch shift. Then I would go to Gold's Gym. I would work out for an hour on an elliptical machine, and I would mindlessly go around and use the various machines and had no freaking clue what I was doing, had no plan, had no routine, did not know what a freaking set or a rep was. I mean, we evolve, we learn. If we're interested in something, we learn. But as I was spending that time in the gym, do you think I was eating healthy or eating properly for my goals or my body? Nope, I was eating whatever the hell I wanted. I was a waitress at Chili's. I had transferred down there from Colorado. But anyway, I would eat crap food. I was drinking a lot. I was staying up super late. My sleep was shit. And then I got frustrated and pissed off when the scale wasn't going the direction that I wanted it to. And I didn't understand why, because I was working out for an hour or more almost every single day. Look, the reality is your weight loss goals or your physical appearance goals, your health and wellness goals, 80% of that is nutrition and only 20% of that is actually fitness and physical activity. You really need to make sure that you are putting more of your focus on nutrition, which brings me to number 4. You have no focus on nutrition. You are just mindlessly eating whatever you want. You think that your main focus just needs to be on fitness. And, I actually coach my clients that whenever they start on a health and wellness journey, the very, very first thing that they need to do is focus on their nutrition. They need to get their nutrition house in order. We do a 3-day food journal. We go over lifestyle. We go over so much stuff to determine the best nutrition plan and goal for that person. Now, depending on their types of goals, I don't even want them to worry about fitness. I don't. However, what I always do recommend though is that someone gets at least 30 minutes of some sort of activity every single day. Walks are super great. They're actually one of the things that I recommend in my video talking about the five tips for plus size women or beginners who are just getting into their fitness journey. Walking is a very, very excellent thing to do. You do it every day anyway. And getting in 30 minutes of activity every single day is getting your butt up and moving, because an idle body that isn't doing anything is going to literally disintegrate. So getting in that 30 minutes of some sort of activity every single day with focusing on nutrition, it's just one of the first things that a person needs to do. I don't know a single nutrition coach or other personal trainer or fellow colleagues that would disagree with me whatsoever. Also, water's good. Number 5, inconsistency. I'm sure you've heard the saying that consistency is key, and it is. It 100% is. From my personal experience, and if you're new here, you may not know, I am on my own health and wellness journey, but I have taken the education and the initiative to start to coach clients who are like myself, and I understand what they're going through. So inconsistency, when I was starting out on a health and wellness journey, I was inconsistent AF. I would do this diet, and then I would do this diet, and then I would do this fitness routine, and then I would drop 10 pounds, and then I would just stop. I'd be like, oh, I lost 10 pounds. I can take a break. It's all right, girl. No! We need to stay consistent. Even when someone gets to their goal, there is a maintenance phase. There's a lot to learn. Unfortunately, in this modern day and age, we are wired that we constantly need to be on a diet. We don't know how to eat anymore. We don't even know what we're doing with it. That's basically what's going on. So consistency is key. I highly recommend someone starting up some SMART goals, making small, measurable, attainable, and timely goals. That way they can stay on track. They're not getting frustrated because they didn't meet said goals. Consistency is key. Whatever you start doing, keep it up and then add a little bit more. Keep it up and then add a little bit more. Just as example, when I was talking about nutrition needs to be the main focus of someone's health and wellness journey before fitness even gets involved. Someone's eating super well, they're doing really great. Let's do that for a month or two. Let's stay on track with your nutrition. Did you get 30 minutes of activity every single day? Awesome. Are you ready for a fitness program? Are you ready to get into a fitness routine? Let's talk about that. Let's see what kind of plan we can work up. Sometimes it can be as simple as someone getting some resistance bands and doing some very simple exercises 3 times a week. We build, we keep up the consistency. Don't be squirrel. Don't be like that.
Consistency is key. Consistency is key.
Stick with whatever plan or program is working. Stick with it. And the reality is you honestly need to give yourself 2 to 3 months on a specific plan or program before you can really see if it's actually working or not working. For the most part though, after the first month, you can tell if a program is working or not. But typically after a month, that's when people are like, oh, I can't do this. I need to stop. Or they're like, yeah, I did it. I lost 5-10 pounds. Now we're just gonna go do whatever we want. Nope. We need to keep building. Need to keep it up. And then I have a bonus for you. One of the other reasons why I typically see women not sticking with their goals and they're not seeing that scale going down. They have no community. They have no accountability. They have no one helping them, pushing them, motivating, and inspiring them along the way. This was a huge problem for me when I first started out with my health and wellness journey. So I got myself my own nutrition coach. Why not? Everyone needs a little bit of help. And now that I have my education and everything else, I have a women's only community on Facebook, and I check in with them. I give them tips. It's a really great place. Everyone shares, motivates, and inspires. We share recipes, we share tips, all sorts of stuff. And I'll link that group in the description box below. So if you'd like to be a part of that community, I would love to have you. Having even a friend that you can confide in and you can tell them about your goals and you can tell them the plan that you've made, and you just say, hey, every day, like towards the evening, I'm gonna text you and let you know that I stayed on track with my nutrition plan. I got 30 minutes of activity in a day. And if I don't text you every day, can you call me out of my crap, please? Because obviously I didn't do it. Because if I did it, I'm gonna be proud of myself and I'm gonna wanna let you know about it. Having someone to help us stay accountable is huge. If you are doing this all by yourself, you are more likely to fail. You are more likely to be like, well, a couple days won't hurt me. It'll be okay. Don't do that to yourself. Get yourself a community, get yourself a coach. I would love to be your nutrition coach, 100%, but I may not be for you. And that's one thing that I love about my free nutrition consultation form is a person fills it out, I get in contact with them, and then we have an initial consultation. We kind of learn about each other a little bit. You may not be a good fit for me, and I may not be a good fit for you, but I will definitely refer you to someone else either way. I hope you enjoyed all of these tips that I gave you about why you may not be seeing the scale go down in the direction that you want it to. And of course, these are just some generalized reasons that I typically see in my nutrition coaching practice. It happens. There could be a lot of other reasons, and this does not include, this is just general population of some reasons. This does not include people who are in special populations, such as women with hormonal disorders, illness or diseases, chronic illnesses, and all sorts of stuff, because there's other things that go into that also. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you would love to not miss an episode that I have. Be sure to share this with a friend or in a group that you are in that you feel like people may get some value from this. Again, we will see you next time, and thanks for watching.